Hello, everyone, and welcome to my... Oh my god, I heard something. I don't know what that was. But welcome to my Grand Conspiracy review. I am so excited to talk about this book because this was an absolutely amazing book that just knocked me off the floor. Is it better than Fugitive Prince? I don't know. I want to say it is, but I also don't like. My heart likes Fugitive Prince more, but I feel like actually this is better. Now, I want to talk about this in a spoiler-free manner and just talk about how some of the things have developed and what this book delves into just a little bit more. It, again, delves even deeper into that idea of free will. Can we really be free from other people manipulating and all these things? And I'll talk about it more in my spoiler-free section, but so many characters in this book are just being manipulated and toyed with like puppets on a string. And we really start to delve into that question of, hey, like, can you escape this? Can you escape the manipulation? Is it possible to be free in this world? And, oh my god, it was just fantastic. There is a scene that I'm thinking of and a character who just knocked it out of the park for me. Oh my god, he is easily one of my new favorite characters, period, end of story. Because of the way he acts and treats other people. And and his character dynamic with other characters is so fascinating and has yet to be explored even more. And then this book even it teases us a little bit as to some things that could happen in the future. It is continuously setting things up. It feels like Grand Conspiracy is the ultimate setup book for the following section of Alliance of Light. Because while we had Fugitive Prince, it felt like a prologue to this arc. Fugitive Prince was, okay, here's the stuff to get you ready for what's about to happen in this arc. And then Grand Conspiracy is that setup. And then it's building and building and building and building and building and building and building. And we're not quite there yet. And I feel like that's all going to pay off in Peril's Gate. But there was a fantastic ending sequence that was just amazing. And man, Arthon's development continues to be amazing. We don't get much of Lysair in this book, but we do get a little bit. And the Fellowship continue to be explored even more. Just so many absolutely fantastic things that happen in this book. And it's preparing you for more. It is that setup. It is the get ready because you're about to be shoved right into the deep end. And I cannot wait for Peril's Gate, even though, well, I'm saying I cannot wait. I'm reading Peril's Gate right now as of recording this. Now, I don't have much more to talk about in terms of non-spoilers, because it's getting harder to talk about non-spoilers in these videos, because at this point I'm like 5 books into a series. It's like, oh, okay. There's like that non-spoiler stuff's getting shorter and shorter. But that's about all I have to say for non-spoilers. And so if you haven't read Grand Conspiracy, scram! 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so Grand Conspiracy. Oh my god, this was so good. One of my favorite characters, and I just got to talk about him because, man, he has my favorite scene in the entire novel, and honestly, it might be my favorite scene in the series so far. Because, it was Kavor's light scene. The scene where he gets everybody around him to light the candles, and he goes up on the dais and says, "Let us all remember why we are here. We are supposed to be unified. we are a people, and I am your leader. He's just fucking 15. He's a kid. 14, 15. He's one of the two. And it's just phenomenal. Oh my god. And he's the son of Lysair. He has that political acumen, and he's just so brilliant in his own unique way. I absolutely loved Kivor, and I cannot wait to see what happens to him in the next book and to see how he develops. I want him to meet Arathon and see what he thinks, because he's not affected by the Gios, the Mistwraith's Gios. And I want to see all the things that are going to happen there. And then, just Kivor, easily, again, my favorite character, especially because of his relationship with his mother, and how right after that time skip, she's going, well, this stupid fucking priest stole my son for 12 years. And it's like, imagine that. Imagine having your child robbed from you, given to this person who you do not like, and he has to deal with him for 5 years, and then your son comes back, and you're like, I can't even say that I love you very much, and they both hate him. They both hate the high priest. It's like Kivor is looking at his mother like, oh my god, please, and just even Elaine, her relationship to Kivor is amazing. How she's trying to start finding the pieces of what happened to Talith, and how the Cibridian lady tipped her off. By the way, the Cibridians are just so fucking good. And the lady, too, she is just the best. Because she just goes, alright, don't worry about it, pal. Boom. It was so amazing how she just goes, oh yeah, Talith, that happened to maybe Talith she didn't commit suicide, maybe not. And then she just runs off, and then how she makes the stupid priest go, you, alright, you want to be on this ship? That's fine. Work, dipshit. You want to sit on this ship? Okay, you're gonna have to row. And then how after 2 days, or maybe, I don't think it was even a full day of rowing, he's like, I can't do this, so he runs away. Like a coward. Oh my god. What a pathetic little zealot. I love that, because he's like, I'm supposed to be this super fanatic, and then he's rowing for a day, and then he beats it. Then she goes, okay, fuck you. Like, you'd expect a fanatic to be a little bit more devoted to his cause of, yeah, I'm gonna row, even if it kills me all the way until the end. It's like, okay, you gotta respect that, but he doesn't. He just runs away. I love that section so much. But Elaine and her relationship to Kivor, and how as soon as she gets Kivor back, she's going, well, I don't want him to feel like I abandoned him. I couldn't do anything. They stole you from me. I didn't have a choice. Your father is the fucking god of this religion. And then beyond just the god of the religion stuff, like, the priests are starting to get a mental, like, they're starting to get magic. They have magic centered around this religion. Like, they're like, praise be to the light, and then they can just talk to Lysair from across the fucking planet. Which is the most overpowered shit. Because this isn't like, it's not like these guys have telephones and where they're texting everywhere. Oh my god. It's so good. And then, there's the Coriani. Who, fuck Moriel. And I actually got a little bit spoiled on Salidi, because I was talking about it somewhere and saying, oh yeah, I know who Salidi is. I didn't think she'd get that important. And he says to me, oh, do you know who Salidi is yet? And I go, yeah, I know who Salidi is. And then he says, so you know about the uncanny switch? And I respond with, no, I don't know what that means. And sad part was, because I had uncanny switch in my head, I had two possibilities. I liked the former one more. That this Salidi isn't the real Salidi. That Moriel actually had a secret Salidi who's like hiding in the back, and it's like, oh yes, this is Salidi. You can't see her though. She's just kind of hiding in the back, and then I'm gonna be teaching her all the important things. Or like she's had this secret first senior backup in her little pocket right here, just in case Lorenda fucks up like she did. And it was, but then I came to the belief that, well, what if Moriel switches bodies and goes into Salidi? Answer was that. And maybe it was because I built up the uncanny switch in my head. But I was a little disappointed. It would have probably been a lot better if I hadn't. Well, actually, I think it does make her future interactions better because she's choosing to go under the guise of, I am Salidi, I'm not Moriel Prime. Which is so fascinating. And I am so enthralled by that section. And then we have Arathon stuff. All of Arathon stuff. Oh, I could talk about Fiona Areth. Actually, I think I need to talk about Fiona Areth because really, I'm going to talk about Fiona Areth at the end of the day. So, I loved Fiona Areth's section of I'm this arrogant piece of shit. How at the very start of the book, he's turned into he's given the shape-shifting. I expected Fiona Areth's plotline of being manipulated by the Coriani to last multiple books. I didn't expect him to be freed by the end of this one book. But it just tells you the skill of Jenny Wirtz to do what she did in such a masterful way. And then how all these little factions are pushing and pulling on J-Lot. And how when they bring Fiona Areth there, or they lure him there, everything just comes crashing down in preparation for the next novel. The lanes are destroyed, and Moriel transfers bodies, and Lorenda doesn't know anything about it, so she's still going to pursue this with all the fervor that she was originally going to. So Moriel had that idea of, oh, if she does it, great. If she doesn't, I'm still gonna be Prime. Fuck you, bitch. You suck. You are not a good Prime, and I don't want you as my successor. And how Lorenda is just constantly just pushing to find Arathon. And we all know that it's in vain from halfway through. I love that section. But then how the entire Fellowship sees how the lanes are destroyed, and they go, fuck! Because they're all just running around the planet. They have to run around the damn continent going, okay, this thing needs to be fixed. Okay, that thing needs to be fixed. Jesus Christ, we gotta fix everything. Get everywhere. Okay, come on. And just they're going everywhere trying to fix everything. And it's they're overwhelmed, and I loved it. We really get that sense of, I'm overwhelmed, shit. They just... Moriel destroyed 3 or 4 Grim Wards, and they're going, shit, we need to fix this. And the Sandir's going everywhere, and he's like, okay, well, shit, I gotta go fix this thing. And then we get Davian, we get an introduction to Davian and his Golden Eagle, and I'm so excited about that, because it was so cool how he's in this little cave, and he's watching everyone, and it's oh yeah, I'm a master architect, and I've built this whole prison, or not even prison, he exiled himself. He chose to be isolated. He chose to exclude himself, and I thought that Davian was exiled, by the Fellowship, but no, he betrayed them for some unknown reason, and then he went into hiding. So that raises so many more questions about what's going on with Davian. Davian is the most interesting character right now because I have no idea what he's doing. He's this complete new faction, or rather, he's been a faction the entire time. We just haven't noticed it. But he's this faction that's just finally coming into the fray, and we're going, well, what's going on? He's like watching stuff, and he's finally starting to move his pieces. He's starting to move a pawn and go, okay, well, let's see where this goes. Boom, bum, bum, bum. And I'm so excited to see what Davian is going to be up to, because I have no idea. Like, what is he doing? What is his plan? And that's so interesting to me, and I cannot wait for more stuff about Davian the Betrayer. I want to learn his motivations. I want to know who he is. And I mean, he's a completely new faction, and that's so interesting. Or again, maybe not new, but he's this new faction that is being revealed to us, even though he has been here the entire time. And the sequence of Fiona Areth being tortured, and like, oh shit. And I actually loved the scene where Fiona Areth is like, oh, I want to go kill Arthon Safalin. I want to go kill the Spinner of Darkness. And then this guy turns to him and he goes, are you fucking with me? You are the Spinner of Darkness. Don't screw with me, you jackass. And then everybody goes, bam, 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 and just beats him up and drags him to the mayor of J-Lot. And it's so, so good. I loved that scene so much. And, it was an amazing book. And it's like, I talk myself into how much I love this book. Because I think it's very fascinating how when I make these reviews is when I realize how much I love this book. Although in the reading of it, I don't have as much love of it. Because I think the prose is beautiful and it's wonderful. It's just the constant shifting of POVs. If I have any problem with Wars of Light and Shadow, it is that constant dramatic shift of POVs. Because I don't know why, but like it's like I want to stick with this one character, and when I shift, it's like, okay, I'm kind of it's a little jarring to me. If there's any criticism, and it's not really a criticism because it's a part and it is intentional for the series, and it is also really good, so it's a nitpick really. And how Arthon at the very end I loved his relationship with Elira and how that is built just a little bit more, and how they have that deep understanding through heart and soul. And I loved I know this guy on Twitter, Chidieber Ama, I think I said that wrong, but we'll see. He's like, I hate this ship, and and people, if this ever becomes big, somebody's gonna ship these two, and he knows it. That's Lorenda and Arthon, because Arthon kisses Lorenda to make it so that Lorenda won't try to keep trapping him. Fantastic scene, by the way. I loved how that's how the book ends off, and then we go straight in, trying to keep moving. Another thing I want to talk about is how I love how the lane shift has had an effect on the environment. How it's just like stormy everywhere, and then the environment will constantly be changing. And I love that so much. How I love environmental factors in fantasy, how it's like boom, boom, boom. And like I like the idea of lightning just striking in the sky for no reason. It's badass to me. And Lysayer's like looking up into the lightning and going, shit, he's on the continent. All right, everyone, let's go kill him. Let's go kill my brother. But, it's just phenomenal book. I cannot wait to continue talking about this series, and I cannot wait for everybody else to catch up to where I am in the series as of Peril's Gate. I'm a third of the way through Peril's Gate as of recording this, and then somewhat soon I will talk about Peril's Gate. Ugh, Peril's Gate is amazing, by the way. I just want to be clear about that. This is amazing. Peril's Gate is amazing. This whole series is absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, other than there will be a Discovery review soon, there will be a Way of a Dan review soon, and there will be a Wandering Inn review soon. I won't say that they're going to be in that order. They could be, but they're going to come out in the next week or so. And after this, I have a couple chats that should be happening. I can't wait for them. They're going to be absolutely fantastic. Anyways, I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day and that you love this book nearly as much as I do. Because I did. I just loved it. And hope you all have a great day. See you all next time.